Steve Smith, David Warner and Cameron Bancroft will not discover the fate of their future, with Cricket Australia still considering significant sanctions for their part in the ball-tampering scandal. Head coach Darren Lehmann and his entire backroom staff will remain in charge without punishment after an initial investigation concluded the plot was isolated to the three players. A statement read, "The Cricket Australia board has received preliminary findings of the investigation into last weekend's events in Cape Town involving the Australian men's cricket team." Following this, Cricket Australia CEO James Sutherland has officially reported Steve Smith, David Warner and Cameron Bancroft for breaching Article 2.3.5 of Cricket Australia's Code of Conduct. All three players reported will depart South Africa tomorrow, Wednesday. The replacement players will fly to Johannesburg over the next 24 hours to join the squad for the fourth test against South Africa. The three replacement players are Matthew Renshaw, Glenn Maxwell, and Joe Burns. The Cricket Australia board has endorsed Tim Paine as captain of the Australian men's test team. Sanctions are expected to be announced within the next 24 hours. The preliminary findings have confirmed that prior knowledge of the incident in Cape Town was confined to only the three players reported. The heavy punishments come in the wake of mounting calls from across the sport to throw the book at the Australian team. Cricket Australia chiefs had arrived in South Africa over the last 48 hours to lead the investigation into the incident. Australia's disgraced cricketers were pictured arriving at Cape Town International Airport under a police escort on Tuesday. The trio of Smith, Warner and Lehmann were all seen in the departure lounge ahead of travelling to Johannesburg for the fourth test against South Africa, which starts on Friday. Vice-Captain Warner has caused further outrage by partying in the team hotel in Cape Town in the aftermath of the scandal, the latest revelations in a series to emerge during an extraordinary few days. Warner has emerged as the central figure in an episode that has embarrassed Australian cricket and brought widespread condemnation, as revealed by Sportsmill. Fox Sports Australia claim the disgraced batsman, set to be left out of the team for the final test, has outraged teammates by swilling champagne in the bar of the team hotel with non-cricket mates. Several of them, described as furious, wanted him removed from the hotel on the Cape Town waterfront. They also report that Warner removed himself from a WhatsApp group between the players and has gone rogue after the story broke over the weekend. Captain Steve Smith admitted that Australia deliberately attempted to change the condition of the ball during play on the third day of the third test. Australia were thrashed by 322 runs and find themselves 2-1 down in the four-match series ahead of the final test, starting on Friday. Matt Renshaw has been drafted into the squad for the fourth test and could be the first of many call-ups as the controversy continues. Former captain Steve Waugh said on Tuesday he was deeply troubled by the incident and accused current players of failing our culture. He wrote in a statement on Facebook, "Like many, I'm deeply troubled by the events in Cape Town this last week, and acknowledge the thousands of messages I have received, mostly from heartbroken cricket followers worldwide." The Australian cricket team has always believed it could win in any situation against any opposition, by playing combative, skillful and fair cricket, driven by our pride in the fabled baggy green. I have no doubt the current Australian team continues to believe in this mantra, however some have now failed our culture, making a serious error of judgment in the Cape Town Test match. In 2003, we modified the Spirit of Cricket document originally created by the MCC, to empower our players to set their own standards and commit to play the Australian way. We must urgently revisit this document, rebind our players to it and ensure the spirit in which we play is safeguarded for the future of the sport, and to continue to inspire the dreams of every young kid picking up a bat and ball and for every fan who lives and breathes the game. Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull said on Tuesday he had spoken to Cricket Australia chairman David Peever and demanded swift action on the ball tampering incident, which he described as a shocking affront to Australia and a terrible disgrace. He also spoke out against the practice of sledging opponents, something Lehmann and his team have defended as part of the game and which had already contributed to a souring of relations with South Africa in this series. "I think there has to be the strongest action taken against this practice of sledging," Turnbull told reporters in Canberra. "It has got right out of control, it should have no place in the game. I want to be very clear about this. The game of cricket should be one that once again is held up as a role model. I think that some of the sledging, as some of the shocking conduct that we have seen, is also part of the process of review and reflection that is going to be undertaken.